To an extent, but at the same time, we want to win all the games we play, and it's great to be in another final as such in this series. Obviously, the T20s went to a decider, and this series will do the same. So they're great games to be involved in. We're all very much looking forward to it. It was an excellent performance yesterday, so we take lots of confidence into the game on Sunday. I'm not sure, to be honest. India are a fantastic side, and they have the way and style that they play, and they've had a lot of success in doing that. As a side, we tend to focus on ourselves as much as we can. As we've said for a while, that we want to play in a certain fashion. We want to push the boundaries of what we're capable of as a side, and live true to that. And that's probably what I was most proud of as a member of this squad, that we probably copped some criticism from the first game, but we actually came out and played in exactly the same fashion, and that rings true to us and was always going to stand us in good stead. So delighted that we continue to play in the way that has given us so much success. He's certainly not underappreciated in our side, and from everyone who plays with him. Like you say, he's an unbelievable player, and whether he's getting the credit he deserves, I'm not sure, but we all certainly are aware of how well he's playing and how brilliant he's been for us as a team. He's our leading player, really, and it's just been brilliant to watch. The consistency he shows to play in the fashion he does is what makes it so impressive, and he's very intimidating to bowl at. I know, having played against Jonny in the IPL, when you sort of in a bowlers meeting saying, what should we do to this guy, there's not too many answers, to be honest. He's hugely appreciated within our side, and I think everyone knows really just what a special player he is. Yeah, absolutely. They're right up there, aren't they? Everyone will have their opinions on who's the best, but for us, those two have been fantastic. The way they play, the pressure they put on an opposition, and again, like saying, the consistency and the way they do that in the fashion they play is quite remarkable, really. So they've created some fantastic stands. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know they're pretty impressive, and we're all delighted to have them at the top of the order. But people talk about the numbers a lot of the time, but for us, it's more about the fashion we play and committing to that, and the numbers and etc. will always look after themselves, and I think that's very important. That cricket is a very statistic-based game, but we commit to a fashion that we want to play, and we know when we do that, and those two guys show that brilliantly well, that the rest of the stuff will look after itself. A bit of everything, really, and strangely at the same time, you're kind of expecting them to keep going. I know people talk about matchups at certain times. Jonny, we all know, is a fantastic player of spin and aggressive against spin. Ben the same, and obviously, I think one of the great things for watching on as a side is the two guys taking ownership of how they wanted to play, and seeing it as that time was the time to really accelerate and win the game as such in that period, and the two guys did that brilliantly. So I think it was an amazing show. We're all sat there in awe of what they're doing, enjoying what they're doing, but at the same time expecting them to do it, which is fantastic as well. So it's a lot of fun. I know, as a fellow player, and speak for all of us sat there, we're just blown away, really, and really enjoyed watching them. I think someone like Virat's a very competitive guy, quite an emotional player, and rides the emotions of the games. And I think that's one of the great things about cricket is that lots of us are all different, and we all play the game in our own ways, and that creates talking points and makes it interesting to watch. So I think that all the series have been fiercely competitive. Both sides desperate to win, as you would expect in international cricket. So of course, there's times when guys get competitive and stuff, but I think they tend to be quite natural things that happen in international cricket. I was thinking about it really before captain yesterday. I wasn't ready to do it and step into Morgs' shoes when he's not playing now. I never would be. So I've had a great relationship with Eoin for a long time as a vice captain. I think he's one of the best captains I've ever played under, and a great friend, and I've learnt a lot from talking to him about leadership and how he captains, and the way we've worked together a bit on how we see our team and stuff. So that's certainly been a great education for myself to learn from Eoin and the way he goes about things as a captain. I think he's a great example for everyone to learn from. So that's certainly helped me feel more comfortable sort of when I've had to step into his shoes when he hasn't been available. So yeah, and I think again, it's the understanding that even though I do have experience as a player, I don't have loads and loads of experience as a captain, so there are some different feelings and emotions that you have to get used to and understand, and that's all part of the learning, I think, for me. When I've captained on those few occasions, is just sort of understanding how that feels and the different pressures you're under, and how to still remain calm and make clear decisions.